You see all those covenants in the Old Testament, you say, what are those doing there? They are there so that you and I might have an unflinching hope in God. That's why they're there, to give us hope. God has made promises, and God cannot lie. And so even though it often looks like the kingdom promise is in jeopardy, and the story takes twists and turns and has highs and lows and moments of brightness and moments of immense darkness, God has interposed with an oath so that we would never forget Revelation 22 is where the story ends. Regardless of whether or not you can see how it gets from where it is today to there is irrelevant, because God already has it written and figured out. And to prove it to you, he's made promises through covenants. He's given 5 covenants primarily in the Old Testament. 5 main covenants in the Old Testament where he works this promise out. And these each could be worthy of a series in themselves, but I just want to give you a bird's eye view. Sometimes we dig really deep, but this morning we're in the jet plane and we're just flying over, okay? So you're going to just get to see the lay of the land here. The first covenant is the Noahic Covenant, the covenant with Noah in Genesis 9, 8 through 17. And the main point of this covenant for our purposes this morning is simply this. It is a guarantee that earth will continue so that God's kingdom program can be fulfilled. That's the point of the Noahic Covenant for what we're talking about this morning. There's other things that God is doing there, but that is the main thing for the kingdom program's purpose, is God is ensuring the stability of nature through that covenant. And we see that in the prelude to the covenant in chapter 8, verse 22 of Genesis. Genesis 8:22, God says this, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. God has destroyed the world with the flood, and God says, I will never do that again as long as the earth endures. The earth will remain, its seasons will remain, its times will remain. God will see to it that this world lasts until his kingdom purpose is fulfilled. And his kingdom reigns over all. You know what that means? That means that climate change is not a threat to this planet. The only threat to our existence on this planet is the end. When Christ comes, as 2 Peter 3 says, and destroys everything that exists with fire and ushers in the new creation from its ashes. Until then, the Noahic Covenant ensures us that this world will not come to an end, allowing the kingdom program to proceed. And I think it's interesting that all the way back in Genesis 8, God recognized that there would be doomsdayers who say the world is going to end. We're going to have to go to other planets and colonize because the earth isn't going to last. We're going to wear it out. It's going to be worn out, and we're going to have to figure out some other way to survive. God says in the Noahic Covenant, you don't have to worry about that. Humanity, I will make sure the world keeps spinning. I will make sure the seasons keep coming. I will keep everything going because I have a plan. I have a program. So just rest in your certainty in my plan.